How y'all doing? I would tell you how I'm doing, but I'm not quite sure I know. I got a call this morning from one of my favorite barometers. Her name is Ricky. And, because I'm a moody chick, and I always give a weather report in the morning. When my husband was here, I would give him the weather report, and the weather report was designed to make sure I didn't do nothing stupid because of my mood. And I think we all should give ourselves a weather report in the morning. But anyway, I really thought I was kind of like maybe 20 feet left of rational. And according to Ricky, I'm about 3 counties over. And I had no idea I was there or how I got there. And we were talking about what was happening and what was going on and what I said and what she thought about what I said. And I said, I need to work through a few things today. And so I got up and I went to do the laundry. And I opened up the washing machine. And it was up to the brim with my son's clothes. He put them all in there. But he didn't turn the machine on. And that got under my skin. So, and then I said, and these are too many clothes in here. So I start pulling the clothes out. Come to find out, he put his dirty clothes on top of my already washed clean clothes that I had yet to put in a dryer. I was hot about that for an hour. And that's when I knew I was not feeling correctly. I don't know why I'm not feeling correctly. But, and then some of you have said a few things. My thyroid is fine. Thank you for that. Over the years, everybody every once in a while when I do picture something, they ask me about my thyroid. But I had my blood work done. I'm cool. I'm good. I just got to get my cholesterol together and I'll be fine. But, and no, I didn't have a medical event. I had an emotional event. And the other thing that y'all been telling me is that I seem different and I am different. And what I used to say on divorce court all the time, not divorce court, was marriage, well, divorce court too, marriage boot camp was, I used to get a lot of, yeah, but this is me. This is how I am. This is it. This is who I am. This is how I am. This is what, and he knows that, and she knows that. I don't believe in that. This is how I am right now. But if I meet you a year from now and you haven't seen me, I hope to be a different person altogether. I want to have a year worth of books that I've read and mistakes that I've realized that I've made and epiphanies. Well, I don't have epiphanies very often, but you know what I'm saying. I want to learn, and if I'm not learning, it's problematic. So, yes, I do change, and I do change, but it's not a bad thing. And I think everybody have expectations of you. They put you in a box, you know, and they want to put a label on it, and then they want to consume you in accordance with the label on that box. And if you do anything that don't fit in that box, they got a problem with it. And it's interesting, a lot of people, I'm speaking differently now because my husband has died. And one, it's just, it was an emotional, like, ooh, 18-wheeler. Just drove over me. But another reason that I appear different is because he is gone. And I used to not talk about my personal life, out of respect for him. He just didn't want to hear about anything personal. But now I can talk about it because, you know, was, I mean, if he wants to come haunt me about it, he can. I'd love to see him. But there are things that I can tell you now based upon experience that you wouldn't have believed otherwise. I don't know. I got to tell you, everything changes. My body's changing. Do you know I used to have a decent derriere? But as I got older, that thing sucked in, moved around the sides of my body, and landed right here. Now I'm a big blubby, but I'm not taking it. I'm going to Pilates. I've been telling these Pilates people that I've been coming for weeks. Every time I get ready to go, I catch a cold. So I've been eating better so I can go, and I'm going to do something about my tummy. But There are those of you who have said, did she have a medical event? Did I just say that? I don't know. I don't remember. Uh, and yes, I'm having difficulty remembering what I'm talking about, but I've always had that difficulty. It's just that when I was on divorce court, marriage boot camp, I was engaged. So wherever the conversation went, it was fine for it to go that way. But now I'm trying to make a point. And it's like, when I give speeches, I just write bullet points. And the more I write, the worse the speech is. The fewer bullet points I have, the better the speech is, because I want to ride with the tide and go with the flow. If I'm concentrating on the outline, I can't get excited about the best line, and I can't read the audience. You got to read. You got to be present. Oh, they don't like that kind of thing. Well, let me see this. You got to have 7 different 8 ways you can move. So I try not to be, static. You hear the dogs out there? I got a whole dog situation going on. I know, lots of stuff going on around here. I had to, I have a mobile vet. I don't even leave. I have a vet that comes to my house. Between DoorDash and Instacart, y'all may never see me again. But I am going to Pilates, though. And I'm going to order my refugee classes. I have to do that. Otherwise, I will not leave the house, which is just horrifying. But it's true. But I got Zora from a guy out in New England. And I know who her parents were. She was trained at an adolescent. And she stood at. She was wonderful. And then I felt like she was bored sometimes. So I went and got Decker, which was a Doberman. My son liked Dobermans. And so I said, well, here's this Doberman at a rescue. Why don't you go get it? He said, yeah, we came home. Come to find out, it's not really a Doberman. It's got some Doberman in it, but my vet said it looks more like a hound. But just so you know how it go, the vet came. My son was in his room. I was planning on having Zora over here and Decker over there. I had it all planned out. It didn't work out because I'm having issues with they're having hierarchy issues. So when I bought Decker, he was 34 pounds. Not bought him, I rescued him. Yeah, I rescued him. And he was and they told me he was a Doberman. He really isn't. But he was 34 pounds. And now he's 91. And he just realized, didn't you, Decker, that he can whip Zora's behind. And so I was trying to get the dogs together, but I didn't have it together. I hate that. And they both charged me, and I ended up on the ground with both of them by the collars. And I looked up, and the vet said, "Are you all right?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Zay!" I had to holler for him. He had to come get one dog because I was on the floor holding him, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't get anything done, so he had to get one thing. And then I told the vet about the hierarchy change, and she said, "I don't know." And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "Bitches are bossy." And that was an appropriate use of the term. It's not curse word because a female dog is a bitch. And she says, "I've never seen a female dog give up power in a home in which she's established it. Just never seen it happen. Whether or not they're the strongest one, they just, I don't know if that's true or not, but she's a vet. So, So maybe that transition is not going to occur. He is so sad. Decker, you all right? Zora's not going to give up power to you. She's not. I'm so sorry. But anyway, I just wanted to acknowledge all the messages that I'm getting that I'm different than you expected. And I appreciate the concern that you've shown. But I'm going to warn you not to diagnose from a distance. I don't know what's up, and I live here. I don't know what's up, and I'm in, I'm in this body, but I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to tell you what happened. Don't know. But I even feel better because I know how far off I am. I didn't know before. So knowing how far off I am gives me the opportunity to do something about it. I was on the treadmill for 30 minutes this morning. Get those endorphins going. So I can assess myself and fix it. Or not just fix it, but just progress. You want to see something funny? Oh, and now here come the balloons. You want to see something funny? I just saw it. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, yeah, I know. Mommy loves you too. Mommy loves you too. I want to show you something that you have. Wait a minute. I got my bunion thing on my feet. Oh, I lost my other one. Anyhow, hang on. I just saw this in the corner of my closet. This is from the first TV show I did, which was Power of Attorney. I took over for Judge Napolitano. And that's me. That's Marsha Clark. That's Chris Darden. Gloria Allred. Tommy Pope. Man, that was a lot of fun. Woo. That's the first time I ever saw myself on a billboard. There was a billboard of this in L.A. and somebody drove me to see it. It was like, ooh, it's a weird feeling seeing yourself on a billboard, I just got to say. But I appreciate your concern. I see what you see now. Some of it, I'm all right. I'm not okay, but I'm okay enough to get okay. Okay? Y'all have a good day.